Let's see what happens. Here comes a big third down, and they're going to draw them off sides.
Good.
And they are bad off sides.
And they're not singing "Oh Canada" right there.
A little undisciplined right there for the
movement, by
the
bodies.
Appalachian Eagles. So that, well, they may be going to talk about it a little bit.
Uh-oh.
All right, let's see. Offsides against the Eagles, and that will be an automatic first down for the Hornets. Penalty flag's kind of hurting the Eagles right now. Locust Fork has had one.
Yeah.
But they have made a few bonehead mistakes. That one and the personal foul penalty. What a beautiful scene. I tell you, it's just unbelievable to see the scene that we have here. Here comes a snap to Dino. He'll look, and now he'll take off, and he's going to be brought down for a loss. That's going to be about a 3 or 4 yard loss. Nobody could get separation that time. Nice coverage by the Eagles. And I'm telling you, it is hard to tell who is they say they're telling they can hear us during the commercial break. So I'm gonna have to mute us in the commercial breaks. Tim,
because it's going out on the audition side of the app, but not on the radio.
Here comes a snap. They'll take it, hand it to JJ, and they'll fumble the football, and the Eagles had it. Can they get on it? And they do. And a terrible mistake by the Hornets as they turn it over. And that will be a huge turnover. Now the Eagles got a chance to tie this thing right back up. Great play by the defense.
I tell you, the Eagles have picked it up, Greg.
Oh, yeah. I'm not so sure if the Hornets got a little overconfident to begin with. I don't know if that was a bad handoff, snap, or whatever right there, but it just never got in the hands of JJ, and he just lost it. His first carry, hadn't carried the ball. He did a great job against Aniana the other night, but tonight, not so much that play particular. So here comes the Eagles. Chance to tie this thing up with a nice drive here. Here comes a handoff right off the left side, and he'll get about 2 yards. See if you can tell what number that is. I cannot see for nothing. I cannot tell.
Is it like a? Let's see if they've got.
I cannot tell. Oh my! It might be Brody Alexander. Is it 11? I mean, I ain't never seen anything. I couldn't tell.
Didn't Alexander get hurt?
Was it? Yeah, that's right. He's the one that got hurt.
14, was it Moody? Oliver Moody?
He's going to get a gain of 2 yards. And I apologize. I have never had anything. I could not tell what the numbers were. Here comes the Eagles. Got a lot of penetration this time, but they're going to complete it out in the open field. And a great hit, but it's a little bit late. And another first down for the Eagles, and they just keep churning these first. I'm impressed with the quarterback. I think he's doing a really nice job of getting the ball out of his hands and making some plays. And then we got an injury on number 14, Landon Keith, and that would be awful for the Hornets because he's one of he's showed up and showed out early in this game. But he's fine. I think he just had a cramp. He jumped up fine. So he will hop up and hop off, and that's a good sign for the Hornets. So he'll have to set out, I think, a play. But a great pitch and catch for the Eagles, and I apologize. I have never seen anything like this. I can't even begin to tell you what number they are. It's just like they don't have a number. So I may need Matt Hams or Chris Slatter to come here and help me with the Eagle part. So here's a 1st and 10 for the Eagles. They'll take it, fake it. Now the quarterback's going to run it, and they're going to break down this time. But he still slithers through there with about a 2 yard gain. And a nice run. I'm impressed with the sophomore quarterback. Sean Curtis doing a great job. So 2nd down, we'll call it 8. We got 10-10 going to go in the first half. It's 14-7 Hornets. They came out rocking and rolling. They led 14-0. And then the Eagles had a nice drive and an answer, and then a turnover by the Hornets, and the Eagles right back in it. This reminds me a lot of the last time they played here when I had COVID. Hornets run out early, and then here come the Eagles. They got right back in it. So here comes two receivers split to either side, shotgun form, a high snap, but the quarterback's going to run it. And he's got some good running lane, and he'll be brought down after a gain of about 4 or 5 yards. So to bring up third down and short. I'm telling you, the Hornets are having a hard time reading the option. He's running a little option, but he's keeping it most of the time. They're not pitching. Not key on the quarter. Somebody's got a key on that quarterback to stop it.
Well, really kind of assignment football, as you say. Looks like Locust Force getting up the field just a little bit at the snap of the ball and almost running by the football at times. But really, again, good job zone read on some. And then again, I think some is just kind of that quarterback power with an outside read. Locust Force starting to walk their safeties up a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage.
Well, here comes a big third down. Now they'll hand it and keep it to the quarterback. He almost fumbled it. He's going to be about a yard short, and I would imagine they'd go for this on fourth down. He kind of slithered through there, and it looked like he bobbled the ball a little bit. But he got it back, and it'll be fourth down and 1. And there, I don't know what to play where you kick your foot, but that's what they're wanting to do right here. All of them, about 5 of them was doing that play. So I don't know what that play is, but it's 4th and 1, and the Hornets with a big stop here could turn the tide, but a big first down here just keeps that old momentum going in the way of the blue and gray. You got to be disciplined if you're the Hornets. And who's going to call timeout? I think the Eagles are. Timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. 8:23 to go in the first half. It's 14-7, but the Eagles driving. We'll be right back.
There are times in your life that can be trying and stressful, especially when it comes to your vehicle. So it's good to know for.
And we're still like we normally do. I've got you off. The only way I can hear you is down on the Q position, so your volume is not going anything to radio. Something must be going on with the Zoom connection that's totally out of our control. But anyway, we're making it work, camouflage numbers and all of that. So coming up in about 5.
The number to call.
If you want it back, it's just time out.
205-625-4186.
Welcome back. We are live on the NFHS network, and sometimes our stuff in between bleeds through, so I have to be a little more careful about muting. But we're also live on 95.3, and we certainly appreciate all of our sponsors that you'll be listening to throughout the night. We got a big 4th down and 1 for the Eagles right here. And you got to be disciplined if you're the Hornets. And if you're the Eagles, you got to be disciplined. They're going to run the quarterback sneak, and he didn't get much, but I think he got enough. He got it by the hair of his chinny chin. He ended up behind the line, but he got just enough to get the first down, I believe. I believe it's the first down. Yes. 1st and 10 Eagles. And he didn't need but about a yard, and he got about a yard and an inch. Here comes the Eagles with a chance to really make things tight with a touchdown right here. I'm impressed with the quarterback so far. He has really done a nice job and has been really effective. Here's a snap, a high snap, and he'll have his arm hit, and it will be tipped, and it will fall incomplete. I believe if Matt would have had his head turned around, he had good coverage. If he had his head turned around, he might could have intercepted that.
Yeah, just really a 3-step drop. Was looking to get the ball out early, but Locust Force good penetration up front, able to get to the quarterback. And again, big drive here in the second quarter. Appalachian looking to get even. Again, Locust Fork, I believe, will receive the second half kickoff.
But if you're the Locust Fork Hornets, you got to get a stop. If you're Eagles, man, you got momentum right now. You are cooking with Crisco right now. I can't tell you what a nice crowd is in this stadium tonight. It really looks awesome. It's a good look. Here's a high snap. Boy, done a good job just getting that one in. A great break of a tackle again, and the Hornets just keep running by people. And Am in Brazil had him, but he wasn't right by him. And that's a 10th grader there making a mistake. And that's a game of about 8 yards to bring up 3rd down and 2. So you got a good play on 1st down and a bad play on 2nd down, and it shortens that chain.
And that clock is moving, Greg. And I'm sure that's what Coach Wigton wants. Just eat clock right now and get some points on the board before halftime. We're about halfway through in quarter number 2.
Another high snap. They're going to hand it right up the gut, and he's going to get his 1st down. They're kind of moving the line now. Where Locust Fork was dominating early, right now, I think that the Eagles got to push. They got a huge lineman Mr. Andrew Cooper, a sophomore, has been looked at by some SEC schools, I hear. He's a whopper. He's just a sophomore, and he has got a long way to go. We do want to thank our broadcast booth sponsor, Toyota One Team, as they are our sponsor. And there's a nice run by the quarterback again, and he just gets hit and he just keeps plowing. I'm telling you, they got the real deal at quarterback right now. Very impressed with their quarterback. Sean Curtis is just absolutely having a heck of a football game. He'll get about 7 or 8 on that carry, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles, or excuse me, 2nd and 3 for the Eagles, with 6:25 to go in the first half. It looked like the Hornets are going to run the Eagles out of here, but now the Eagles have answered back-to-back drives here. See if they can finish here. Here comes shotgun. They're running with a little power now. And they have had a high snap 2 or 3 times, and that's kind of hurt their momentum a couple of times. And the Hornets will stop him after maybe a yard. So to bring up 3rd down and 2. And the snap has been off, Jeffrey.
Yeah, a little bit high. And again, I think as you mentioned early or late in the first quarter, I think again, Appalachian in 4-down territory here.
Well, you got a chance to tie this thing up. You're at the 20 or at the 18, 19, but I guess about the 19-yard line where they're putting it down at. 3rd down and 2. Here's a good snap. He'll roll to his right and he'll turn around. Got a man wide open. He throws it right to the Hornets, and it's intercepted. And returning it will be, I believe that's Landon Keith. He has really been big for the Hornets. So a huge turnover. So both teams had a nice drive going, and both teams throwing a interception, but the man was wide open.
Yeah, unforced error there.
Yep.
Had probably 5 yards behind the defense, a little bit of air on the football, and it's a touchdown easily. But again, through more of a line drive, Landon able to go up and intercept it and end the drive.
Well, the Hornets going to get it at the 10. He intercepted it about the 5, I believe, and run it back to the 10. But he was in great position. But I'm telling you, if he'd have left that thing float a little bit higher, he would have had a touchdown. He was open, and he has a huge target. Because I'm telling you right now, Mr. Vick is a big-time weapon with his height. Cameron Vick, number 4. I do know. I can tell him about it. I can tell Cooper, and I can tell Vick because they're taller than anybody else on the team. But it's hard to tell everybody. I can tell the quarterback, but I can't hardly tell the receiver. I can't tell who number 1 is, and he is really an explosive young man as far as athlete is concerned, and he's a senior. I remember him on this field one night run for a ton of yards. Him and Charlie had a shootout here. Hornets got to get somebody off the field right quick, and they do. So here comes a big 1st and 10 at their own 10. So you got to be careful here. You can't afford to be a little careless with the ball. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. They'll hand it. Got a lot of running room and a good block. Here comes Burgett. He's down the sideline inside the 50. He's got one man to beat, and he's going to run out of gas, but he'll go down at about the 26-yard line. A nice, huge run by the senior. A 64-yard run by the senior.
And again, really good job out on the perimeter. I think you had Landon Keith. I'm not sure if it was Matt Mitchell or J.J. Boatwright in the slot, but really did a good job sealing inside, outside. And again, it was just really one-on-one with the corner. And then again, the backside corner able to come all the way across. And I think you were right, Greg. I think that Jonathan maybe ran out of gas a little bit at the end.
And another bobble by the quarterback, and he'll be thrown for a loss. They brought more than Locust Fork could really block that time on that left side.
Didn't handle the snap real well,
No.
Greg, and it got him in trouble through everything. The timing off the play just was blown up almost immediately.
It's a 5-yard loss. So it'll be 2nd down and 15 at the 33-yard line. If old Burgett could have got by that guy with at a touchdown. You got a mismatch over here to the right. We'll see if they see it. They'll look, they'll take it, they'll fire it to JJ. He breaks the tackle inside the 20, inside the 10, inside the end zone. Touchdown, Hornets. And a huge pitch and catch from sophomore to junior, a 27-yard touchdown pass completion. And the Hornets, just like that, extend the lead 20-7 with 4:23 to go. Now that was perfectly executed.
Yeah, again, really kind of hard to miss the mismatch, as you said, right in front of the Locust Fork coaching staff. And again, really good job of throwing the ball in rhythm, and again, allowing JJ to get up the field, and then was just able to break the tackle. No one there, secondary coming over the top, going to get JJ out of the end zone.
Here's a snap. The kick is up. The kick is long enough, and the kick is good. 3 for 3 for Banella. And the Hornets lead it 21-7, and that was a huge answer as they gave up a turnover, did the Hornets. Then they had a pretty good drive going to Eagles, but they got their own turnover, did the Hornets, and they capitalized off the turnover. The big play was a running play of 64 yards by Burgett that would put him up to about 80 or 90 yards right now. And then the big touchdown pass to J.J. Boatwright of 27 yards. And the Hornets with a 2-score lead. Now, what you want to do here, if you're the Eagles, you need to answer. They had a nice drive, and they really looked like they was fixing to get in the end zone and had a pretty good play, but they made the mistake. I think both these teams, as time goes on, is going to get a little bit better. I think the Hornets playing last week might have helped them early in this game, but it looks like the Eagles are starting to kind of get their feet under them right now. You just can't turn the ball over. And let me tell you something. If they kick it to 3, he can take it, or to 1, he can take it to the house. Be careful kicking it to Hams. I'm just telling you. And I can't see where he's lined up.
I'll say the problem may be that we can't tell which one he is out there, not to kick it to him.
Well, here comes a long kick, and I believe that is him. And he will get stuck in a huge tackle, but he don't go down. And he keeps churning those feet. He took a licking, I'm telling you. But they gotta blow the whistle. That's what they gotta do. But they finally get the whistle blown. And was that Garrett? I can't tell. I just cannot believe I can't tell. Who made the tackle?
I believe Byron was the one that was down there battling at the end.
Byron Burnett?
Yeah, I'm not sure that Byron, he may not understand what the whistle means quite yet.
Well, I know one thing, that the Eagles have done a good job of keeping their feet churning, and that's good. He wasn't on the kickoff. I hate this. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to announce in my life.
It's almost impossible for Appalachian.
Hey, Matt is listening, I think. Matt, you're going to have to help me out, brother, with some of these names because I can't tell who's who. Here's a snap. Going to throw it again. Give him another opportunity. Got a man wide open, and the Hornets are going to intercept it. And that's a great interception that time by the senior. I mean, that was a big-time throw that hit the guy in the hands, but the deflection, nice concentration by the senior, Burgett.
Burgett with great job, Greg, not giving up, keeping his eyes on the football, securing the ball, and then making a few yards, but really good job throwing the ball by Curtis. Just tough luck. That's 2 interceptions that really hurt him.
Well, that one I don't think was his fault.
No, it wasn't. That was
I thought it hit him in the hands.
Catchable.
Here comes a big play for the Hornets at their own 45-yard line, and you got another mismatch. But they're going to. It's going to be a double pass. Here comes JJ. He'll go inside the 20, inside the 10. He breaks the tackle. He'll dive. Is he in? Touchdown, Hornets. And a huge 45-yard touchdown completion from the running back to the receiver. And the Hornets go up 28-7 with 3:53. That's 2 one-play drives for the Hornets.
Yeah, I believe Landon Keith coming across, faked the jet sweep, pulled up again. Secondary came up in defense. JJ able to get behind him, and pretty good throw that time again by Landon.
It was a bullet. He used to be quarterback in junior high. But here comes the extra point. My man Banella trying to get his fourth extra point. Here's a snap. And it is going to have to take the Lord to get that over, and it's not going to be. It kind of a little short there, and it's 27-7. He misses his first extra point. But a nice answer for the Hornets. They get the turnover, and they answer. They've gotten 2 turnovers, and they've answered both times. But I see a lot of mismatches in this game. Locust Fort's got some mismatches because of athletes, and that's going to be a mismatch against a lot of people because there's not many skilled people that's going to be able to match some of the height and the speed that Locust Fort's got in a couple of positions. But I've been very impressed with the grit of this Eagle team. I'm impressed with their quarterback. I'm impressed with the way their line is beginning to block of late. They just got to quit turning the ball over. They had some good things going. Now, what they can't do now is get discouraged. And this is a great group of kids from Appalachian. They got a great community. That's one of my favorite communities. I've used to get to do the coaches show. I've done a lot of things on the mountain. Fantastic people on the mountain. You got 2 great communities that are playing tonight, and it's just a joy to get to be able to broadcast it. Unfortunately, I can't tell what number they are, and that is tough. So I feel like I'm watching underwater. Here's a little number. It's going to hit the big guy up front, and he'll jump on it. But what that does is give them good field position at the 45-yard line. So first down for the Eagles. They're trying to squib it and get it away from some of these running backs. I'm surprised they don't have Garrett on the return because I'm telling you something, Garrett is a weapon if he gets a hold of it. He's been quiet tonight.
Yeah, he has. They may be trying, and we just can't find him.
Mm-hmm. So here comes the first down play for the Eagles. They'll go with a shotgun as they have all night. They're going to hand it to a big guy and a nice tackle, but he just keeps those feet churning. Who is that? I want you to see if you could find his number. I would love to give him a little credit.
Great running.
Is that Garrett or is that? I can't tell who he is.
It's great running after contact. Great. Ran through a tackle, and it was a good tackle. Just kept those legs moving, churning, battling and scrapping. Picked up 8 yards. Second and about.
Matt's going to have to tell me. Here's another high snap, and the quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to wiggle and jiggle and get outside. He may score. He's inside the 30, inside the 15, inside the end zone, and a great run by the quarterback, Sean Curtis. A 2-play drive and a 55-yard drive and a 45-yard scamper that time, and the Eagles cut it in half again. That's Braden Gillan running the football. So Braden Gillan is the running back. All right, that helps me out a lot. Number 30. And he is doing a great job, and guess what grade he's in?
Freshman.
He's a 9th grader. So the Eagles got a lot. They got their quarterback back. They got their tailback. I knew they had some great talent coming in the younger age group. Here's the snap. The kick is up. The kick is long enough, and the kick is good. And we got a ball game. 27-14, 3:06 to play. Hornets have had 2 big plays. It's killed them.
Nice response from the Eagles, Greg.
And that's exactly what they needed. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Make this quick.
You know, nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last, like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and...
Okay, back in 5. Hold on.
Martin Aniana, your local Michelin dealer.
A 2-play drive by the Eagles, and they cut it to 27-14, and that extra point could come costly to the Hornets. We'll see. They'll kick off from their 40. Deep for the Hornets is Burgett and Landon Keith. The upbacks, I believe, that's Matt Mitchell over here. I can't tell who that is over there. Is that Charlie?
It may be. I can't tell, Greg, either. Hard to see those numbers in the front.
Here comes the kick, and it's a pretty good kick. And it'll be taken by Charlie Armstrong, I believe. And he'll run it to about the 40. Pretty good return for the Hornets, but they're going to get Charlie's trying to be the official too.
Yeah,
He's
Charlie.
I wonder where he gets that from.
I don't know. I think he's thinking they
Horse
got horse
collar.
collared.
I
Let's
think
see.
it was a
And,
horse collar.
He's animated about it too. He normally ain't like that. So let's see what they call. The Hornets he caught it about the 25 and returned it to the 40. So a 15-yard return. He was rumbling and stumbling. And then let's see what they got. They got a penalty flag on the field.
What is going on?
Are they going to
here?
call it? Yes, they call it. And it's a horse collar on Charlie against Charlie. He didn't commit he got it committed against him, and that will carry the ball all the way down the 45-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Hornets. Hornets got to sheer up their defense a little bit from what I've seen. I think the offense has been pretty effective, all but one turnover. They have played pretty good on offense. The defense has got to get a little better.
Single coverage on the backside over there with a small defender. See what we get here.
And they're going to, fumble the ball. Another turnover for the Hornets. Unbelievable. They're trying to get it to Burgett, and he just fumbled the ball. I don't know what it was.
It's just
And that wasn't even forced. I mean, you
No,
just
that's
dropped the ball.
unforced
Nobody
there.
touched him or nothing. But that's how you keep people in the ball game. So you got a chance to score with 2:54 in the first half, and you get the ball first. And now you turn it over at midfield, and that's just a terrible play. That's 2 times that's happened. Locust, they turned the ball over, and it was unforced. The handoff early in the year, maybe been a little tough. Maybe some sweaty hands too. I don't know, but I'm telling you, this is a potent offense here for the Eagles. They just had a big quarterback run, and the Hornets have not been able to stop the quarterback. Here's a snap. I'd give it to him again. He's going to run around the side. He's got some running room, and he'll be about a 4-yard game, and we're going to get a penalty flag on somebody. I don't know if it's holding or if it's a late hit or if it's what.
It's kind of late.
Let's see what
Dropping
they
the
call it.
other.
Looks like it
Face
was
mask against the Hornets.
incidental.
But that'd give them enough for a first down. So 1st and 10 after the incidental face mask, and you got 2:45 to go, 46 to go in the half. You got a 28 or 27-14. They can cut it to 6 right here. And I am really impressed with the fight in the Eagles. They have not quit. Could have got down. They got down by 20 points a while ago and have fought back. And here comes a handoff to Gillian, and he will take it. And he'll get about 3 or 4 yards. A nice tackle by the Hornets that time. But another positive play for this Eagle team.
Too, they're just power footballing it right now, Greg, and running a lot of clock. And they can get this thing to 6-point lead here at halftime. And I'm sure that's what they're trying to do because they got to kick off to start second half.
27-14, 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Eagles at the Hornet 38-yard line. 2nd down. We'll call it 7. A gain of 3 on that last play by Gillian. Here's a shotgun formation, and the quarterback's going to keep it this time. And the Hornets are going to let him giggle and wiggle and just keep churning, but he'll finally be brought down. They've done a little bit better job, but he does. I am so impressed. With Sean Curtis. He's going to be something, brother.
That's a great job of hanging with the offensive player by Burgett there, Greg. He just finally wrestled him to the ground there, but kept his leverage, let him didn't get any more extra yardage right there. Wouldn't allow him to get any extra yardage. Big play.
So bring it 3rd down, and we'll call it 6 after the pick up that last play of about a yard. This is a big down right here. 3rd and 6, ball at the 37. They're going to throw it again. This time the Hornets going to look like a jailbreak, and he's going to be brought out of bounds in a nice play, but he's going to gain yardage when he could have lost yardage.
I tell you what, that quarterback for Appalachian's tough as a pine knot, Greg.
Sean Curtis has played
He
a heck
will
of a
not
game.
go down easily.
So that'll bring up 4th down and 4. I think I'd probably go for it. 56 seconds to go as he got out of bounds and stopped the clock. This could right here is a big play in this
Yeah,
ball
it
game.
is.
You
Well, the
got to
big-
know where the quarterback is.
Yeah, the biggest thing about the play, if they're unable to convert it, Locust Fork with a little bit of
Yeah.
time and decent field position.
I think they got 2 timeouts left. So here we go. 2 receivers spread out to the right, 2 to the left. They're going to bring a man in motion. Here comes the quarterback. He's going to fire. Got a man wide open, and he makes a heck of a catch. 1st and 10.
Oh,
He wasn't. He didn't throw it to the wide open guy.
No.
He threw it to the cover guy, and he made one of the best catches you could make. Is that Vic? I believe it was. I think it was Cameron Vic.
I can't tell, Greg. I wish you could, because it's a great catch. Shame we can't recognize these young
And that's a
men.
big 3rd down. Was 4th down conversion.
14.
So 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Now they're inside the 20. Got plenty of time with 43 seconds. I think they got 2 timeouts left too. I tell you right now, they got a quarterback for sure. I am impressed with him. If he stays healthy, the Eagles going to have a chance to win some games. This time he'll take it and he'll fire and he'll throw it right to Vic and he will score. Touchdown, Eagles. And just like that, the Eagles answer and they cut it to 6 with 27 seconds to go in the first half. They cut it to 7 rather than a chance to cut it to 6. That's a great, I'm telling you, that was open a while ago and he threw it
Yeah,
short.
that was the one that Locust Fork intercepted.
That's the one that 14 had him on. So they've scored on 2 long plays, 2 pass plays, and 1 long run. A chance to cut it to 6. Here's a snap. The kick is up and it's blocked. And you can't return it. So Hornets still with a 7-point lead. They're going to get the ball back with 27 seconds. They do get the ball to start the second half. But boys, we got 2 quarterbacks showing out in this ball game right now.
I tell you, Appalachian is making it tough, Greg.
Well,
Real
I
tough.
knew they had some weapons. Cameron Vick is a weapon. He didn't play last year. He's 6'4" or 5", and he's a weapon. You got. I wasn't sure about the quarterback. I knew he was a good athlete, but I hadn't seen him play quarterback much. He is the real deal. And then you got on top of that, you got a weapon out there that hadn't made a lot of racket so far in Garrett Hams. That's 3 good players, and now you got the fullback to go with it. And they got something cooking here, boys. Hornets getting for a dog fight here tonight. But here they go. They're going to kick it off with 27 seconds to go. Hornets lead it by 7. And turnover city has cost the Hornets big time as they have turned it over twice. And that time the Eagles answered. Here's the kickoff. And they'll come up and they'll kick it. I believe that's Landon Keith. He'll wiggle and jiggle and get around the left side and then come back to the other side and finally be brought down. Nice pursuit that time by the Eagles as they'll bring him down. I believe they'll bring him down at about the 28-yard line with 19 seconds. Do you try to throw something here? Or do you just try to get to halftime? Hornets have scored in a hurry.
Yeah, the young man that we've got out here to the wide side of the field, I'm going to at least take a shot.
Yeah, I'd go one time.
I'd imagine they'd play more of a prevent defense. I'd be shocked if they didn't. But the Hornets has had people open. They're going to have somebody open where they're playing. It's a matter of how far they can get up the field. They're giving you a first down, but you don't have much time with 19 seconds to go.
Tell you, getting his hands on number 2, things could
And I'll tell you another
happen.
thing.
Tell you what,
Four could run it too.
throw it to the inside slot.
Hornets just going to hand it off up the middle. And they're going to get some running room. And they'll get it up to the 30, or they're going to call time 35-yard line. They're going to let the clock run out. I believe the Hornets going to let it run out. I think I'd have had to took a shot there. They will. They'll let the clock run out. And the Eagles with a little bit more momentum, although the Hornets lead it, the Eagles with a little bit more momentum, and they're a little fired up, got a little fire in their britches right now. So here we are at halftime. Hornets lead it 27-20. We're going to send it quickly to the station, but we're going to come back for a fantastic halftime show with all 3 bands bringing you the halftime show. You're listening to WCRL on Hits 95.3. We'll be right back.
When the need comes for special care.
Because Sanford's going to be playing with both Appalachian and Locust Fork, right? Halftime now? Okay.
The TLC Nursing Center, a tradition of care.
Experience the
Okay, I put the spots back to you, but you just cue me in on when the band's ready to go.
are right at your fingertips to create the exact vehicle you've been searching for. Your build can be an incredibly scarce one, or it can be extremely common. It doesn't really matter. The important thing is that it's yours and it's unique. And with only
Tim, I don't know
$100
how long it'll be, but looks like
order in and
they're
be
going to be pretty quick. So just watch me
Okay.
real quick.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll try to put shorter ones, but anyway, I can't change the length of the spots, but this is just 25 seconds. But anyway, they got to get all three bands set. It'll probably take a
They're
little.
about set.
Okay, all right. You want it back after this
No,
one?
give me a quick one.
A quick after this. Okay, hold on.
Available for
Okay,
purchase.
this will be a David
Classy
Standard. We'll
Canine
see
and
how you are
Sassy
in about,
Cat Resort and Spa.
20
Your
from
trusted
now.
home. .com.
This is State Representative David Standridge. Dan and I enjoy football season and look forward to it every
Okay, good to go after this one in about 15.
conservative values. Have a great season and always remember our national motto, in God we trust.
Paid for
Okay, back to you in 5. Stand by.
76, Hayden, Alabama 35079.
Welcome back as we have halftime going on. We got 3 bands. We got the Locust Fork Marching Band, Emerald Night. We got the Appalachian Marching Band, the Eagle Pride of Straight Mountain. And then we got the Sanford University Marching Band. And we're going to go down to the field in just a second as they're going to play some patriotic music. They're going to do America the Beautiful. So down to the field for the combined bands.
The music for It Is Well With My Soul is composed by Philip Bliss, a songwriter and gospel singer, and the hymn was first published in 1876 in the songbook produced by our Santa. Her lyrics and music have gone unchanged in the last 140 years since, and it is one of the most commonly sung hymns in churches across America. The song itself focuses less on what was lost and more on what hope we can be found. Please enjoy the band's rendition of It Is Well.
Good audio is better, whichever microphone is.
We will end tonight's halftime performance with a salute to the armed forces. This medley incorporates all the service songs of America's brave military. If you are currently serving, have served in the military, or have a family member serving in the military, please stand when your particular branch of service is recognized. Appalachian High School marching band and Stanford University tonight for the halftime show. And once again, we'd like to honor those who have served, continue to serve.
What a great show by all three bands, and just a tremendous job by every band that was in the game. And I tell you what, that sends chills to you, Coach.
That was really a stellar performance, Greg, by all bands, everybody included out there. The patriotic theme, it was just magnificently done by the combined groups out there. And like you said, it gets you really motivated and really appreciative of what people have done for our country through the course of the United States history.
No doubt about it. And we're going to give you some stats now. Rushing yards for the Hornets, 135 yards rushing. For the Eagles, 147 yards. For on the passing end of it, 116 yards to 149 yards. Excuse me, Locust Fork has 149 yards passing to 116 yards and 147 yards rushing to 135. Total yardage, Locust Fork just shy of 300, 296 to 251. The time of possession, though, goes to the Eagles. They had it 17 minutes to 5:11. Locust Fork had 2 penalties for 10 yards, and the Eagles had, I think, 3 penalties for 30 yards, 3 turnovers in the game, 2 by Locust Fork, or 4 turnovers, 2 by Locust Fork, and a couple by the Eagles. And, you know, basically to me, it's been the offense is showing out so far. I mean, you had 2 quarterbacks look pretty good. You've had a couple running backs, receivers look pretty good. So it's going to be whoever makes the halftime adjustments to win this football game. Locust Fork come out on fire. I think they kind of relaxed after they did that a little bit. But I was impressed with the grit of the Eagles. They got up off the mat, played awfully hard, and got back in this ball game, and they're trailing by 7 points when they were down by 20.
Touchdown, extra point, and they're right back with a tie ball game, Greg. A big possession starts the second half. Locust Fork with the ball. The Appalachian Eagles need to come out 3 and out, make a punt, get off the field, and have a chance to go down and get this game tied. And it really would get exciting then.
Well, this is what we're going to do right now. We're going to send it back to the station. We got a lot of we got to make up some commercial time right here because we had a lot with Steve. We got about 6 minutes left in halftime. Halftime is 27-25. I'll try to get an update on the Hayden score. So we'll kick it back to the station. You're listening to WCRL on Hits 95.3, 94.7. We'll be right back.
When the storms damage your roof, there's only one name you should
Okay, I got it at 6 till 6 minutes left. There'll be about 8:27. So I'll roll spots and just check on you when you need to come back if you get the other stats and update.
Or too small. So next time, when the storms damage your roof, give Royal Roof a call. 274-ROOF. That's 274-7663.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Weathers Ace is the place for instant savings on all your favorite brands. Ace trash bags in assorted sizes and styles are $6.99 each after $2 instant savings. Save $3 instantly on Lysol disinfecting wipes. Save $2 instantly on gallons of Kilt's all-purpose primer. Instant savings are available exclusively for Ace Rewards members. Sign up and start saving today at Weathers Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Thank you for calling MPE Services. How may I help you?
Your heating and cooling unit is essential for keeping your home or business comfortable. At MPE Services, an independent Lennox premier dealer, we're here to make sure you don't go a day without it. From service, repair, or replacement, MPE has a professional team to handle all your heating and cooling needs. Ask how you can get year-round comfort and savings with a Lennox home comfort system. MPE Services is an Alabama Power Superior Solutions dealer. Lennox, innovation never felt so good. Come visit us at callmpe.com or call 205-377-7671. AL number 15059, AL number 53092.
Subway in Hayden has got a deal for you. During high school football season, bring your ticket stub to the Hayden or Warrior location and get a foot-long sub for just $5.99. That's right, just $5.99 with your high school football ticket stub. Offer ends on close of business day on Sunday. Plus, we're open even later after the games. Subway in Hayden, right across the street from Hayden High School on Highway 160. Subway, eat fresh.
The Blount County Aniana Chamber of Commerce reminds everyone to buy local. Keeping your money closer helps our community grow. When you shop local, you give yourself the gift of better schools, better roads, and stronger public safety. When you spend your money in Blount County, you keep it here. Everyone wants a better, stronger community for our children for years to come. This message is brought to you by the Blount County Aniana Chamber of Commerce and its members.
The city of Aniana and Blount County are so incredibly fortunate to have two groups prioritizing local education, and we want to invite you to help. Every single child in this county is supported by Offer and BCEF. Through a focus on technology and promotion of academic excellence, these organizations have put millions back into our local education. If you would like to learn more on how you can be a part of these organizations, please visit them on Facebook, the Blount County Education Foundation, and the Aniana Foundation for Educational Resources.
WCRL AM 1570, 95.3 FM, W237DH Aniana, 94.7 FM, W234DI Douglas. It's from the 90s, 2000s, and today.
Are you tired of the big box pharmacies? Looking for a pharmacy that's local and family owned? Well, here's a suggestion. J&M Pharmacy. J&M Pharmacy is locally owned and, maybe more importantly, family owned and operated. In a world where customer service usually only means false promises, do yourself a favor and check out J&M Pharmacy. So when you have a cough or an itch, or you're looking for a fresh alternative to the big box for your prescriptions, try J&M Pharmacy. Easy to find and easy to get to. 2040 2nd Avenue East, Aniana. J&M Pharmacy, your local family pharmacy. 205-274-2740.
Experience the joy of full vehicle customization at Team One Toyota. With our brand new ordering system, you'll have the power right at your fingertips to create the exact vehicle you've been searching for. Your build can be an incredibly scarce one, or it can be extremely common. It doesn't really matter. The important thing is that it's yours and it's unique. And with only a $100 deposit, you can lock that order in and be prioritized to the top of our delivery list. We've made car buying easy, and we've created a better way of doing business. Order your new vehicle today at team1toyota.com, where we're driven by great people and great prices.
Team Nancy and Shannon are two full-time realtors whose job it is to ensure that your home sells for the most money in the shortest amount of time. They'll work tirelessly for their buyers to make sure they find the perfect home for the best price. It's 30 years of combined experience that sets them apart. They have a solution for any issue that may pop.
Okay, hang on about 15, because I think you're about probably a minute away from kick. Hold on.
205-353-8054 or 205-790-0024 are the.
Okay, set to go in 5. Stand by.
Facebook at Team Nancy and Shannon. Nancy and Shannon, Sweet Home Life Realty.
Welcome back. We got a tight one, a barn burner at the Fork, 27-20. Eagles. Hornets battling it out. Hornets leading. The Eagles got the ball first. Hornets held them. One play later, it was 7-0. Hornets held them again. Couple plays later, 14-0. Looked like the Hornets fixed to run them out of here. And then here comes the Eagles. They get a nice pitch and catch. And to me, they got some fired upness in their britches right now. They're playing a little bit harder.
Yeah.
And then it was 14-7, and the Hornets come back real quick. They get a couple of answers. And it's 20-7, and they got the ball, and they're driving the ball. And then all of a sudden, the old turnover happened, and the whole momentum shifted on that. And so we got one of our honor flight people coming in. Appreciate his service. But JB Pennington leading 13-7 or 13-6 at halftime, I believe that was. What did I say? 13-7 or 6?
13-6.
13-6. Pennington leading at halftime. It's the only other game in the county. I hadn't heard anything from Southeastern. It's just a jamboree. But 13-6, Pennington leading Hayden at halftime. And I thought the latter part of that half, because of Locust Fork's turnover, it really shifted things in a hurry. We got the iPad. Where's the iPad? Right there. We got our stat people doing a great job, and I appreciate them. So we got a loss to billfold here tonight for some reason. I hate that. But at halftime, it's tied as a tick. Hornets do get the ball first, the second half. It wouldn't surprise me if Appalachian kicked it onside.
You have to go down and check Coleman's locker for that lost billfold.
Yeah, they better go find some of those
quick hand
people out there. But I have been impressed with the Eagles' resilience.
Yes.
And I am very impressed with both quarterbacks. They're both sophomores, and they both have got a long time coming back down the road. Sean Curtis is back. Braden Gillan is back. Now Vic is a senior, and so is Garrett Helms. They have Evan Wills as a senior, and along with Chris Heakin, number 20. He used to be a Locust Fork Hornet, great kid there. Jackson Baswell, one of the offensive linemen, is a senior. And then that's it. So both teams don't lose very many. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Hornets got 5. So they'll both miss the same kind of players. Both of them will next year. So I think we're going to be set up for a while to be. This second half is going to tell us a lot about the future, I think, of both these teams this year. I think Appalachian, with what they got skill-wise, can compete in 1A big time. Now, I'm gonna tell you where I think Locust Fork's going to be able. I think both teams could be competitive in both their leagues if they really get after it and get better.
Well, it's really going to come down second half who decides to play defense first.
Yes, that's it.
There hadn't been a lot of defense tonight, that's for sure. I tell you what, those uniforms make both teams look thinner to me. Because last week, Onion was big and Locust Fork kind of matched up. They're going to kick it. They're going to kick it to the Hornets, and I believe, let's see who that is. A lot of dancing, but not a whole lot of prancing. And nice job by the Eagles. They're fired up. They're ready to go.
Whoever made that tackle, Greg, sprinted down that field, broke down, and locked up and got him on the ground in a hurry. That's great.
It was Landon Keith on the return for the Hornets. I could tell that.
Wish we could tell that guy something. That's a great effort.
And I've been impressed with the way they get down the field on special teams.
Special teams, great effort. No, Coach Whittington.
And both these coaches are homegrown products. Neil and Billy both. Here comes the Hornets. 3 receivers split to the left and 1 to the right. And a mismatch. They're going to hand it right up the gut, and they get a big time run right off the bat, about 8 or 9 yards. And maybe enough for a first down. It is. So a gain of 10 and a first down by Burgett. And one thing that you keep watching, Appalachian, they are sent. Both teams are blitzing a lot, I think, and they're getting burned on that blitz. There's not a lot of discipline out there right now.
Well, that time Appalachian brought pressure, but away from play side. So Locust Fork again, where they were able to get out of it, or again just from the read formation, but able to run away from pressure.
I'm telling you, J.J. Boatwright is going to be wide open if they throw it to him in this set.
A lot of cushion from the corner.
Here's a snap. J.J. Boatwright gets a completion. He's open. He breaks a tackle. He's down the sideline, and he will get brought down almost. Man, he almost turned the corner, but he's going to pick up a huge first down.
What a run.
About a 41-yard gain. And the Hornets get another 1st and 10. So 27-20 the score. The Hornets driving here in their first possession of the second half. The ball is at the 24-yard line of the Eagles. And a nice start to the second half. Would be interesting to see how both these teams respond. I thought all the momentum was on the side of the Eagles. Here's a handoff, and he'll break a tackle. And he ran that right into the play side where the pressure was coming that time, but he still was able to get 3 or 4 yards. And JJ was wide open over here. We just got to keep throwing the ball to him.
Yeah, that was they'll probably double up on this side now. JJ, and they're
No,
no,
I
they're
can't.
giving him a
The way-
good cushion
yeah.
though.
And so who split to the wide over there? Is that Charlie?
Can't tell.
I can't either. It's just so hard to tell. Here comes the Hornets. They'll hand it. Nope. Yeah, they do. They hand it to Burgett. He'll break a tackle and get about the 10 or 11 yard line, and he'll get his first down to pick up about 7 or 8 yards. So the Hornets get a 1st and 10 at the 11. And
Hard running, Greg. Great effort. Burgett looks good.
pretty good read that time too. So 1st and 10 at the 11, and a touchdown here would be huge for the Hornets, I think, after giving up a couple. Superintendent in the house, everybody in the world in the house tonight. Here comes a pass play. They'll throw it to JJ, and he's wide open. Touchdown, Hornets. A huge 11-yard touchdown pass to JJ. The deuce has been loose all night long, and a huge drive by the Hornets as they take it right down the field and get a touchdown, and they go back up 33-20. And that's what you want to do, Jeffrey, if you're trying to extend this lead and turn the momentum.
Yeah, looked like he faked the inside slant, coach, with a free release, the outside, and just
Yeah.
wide open. Not sure they would have had either route covered.
No, I don't think they could have. They're having a lot of trouble with JJ. I mean,
They're having trouble with JJ, and the Hornets are having trouble with their quarterback, and that kick is up and good. And the Hornets lead at 34-20 with 10:08 to go in this second half or the third quarter right now. And what was that? About a minute and 12 seconds or 58 seconds.
152.
I think 152, a minute and 52 seconds off the. Well, Locust Fork has not been long by scoring. They've scored in a hurry. Eagles have kind of been methodical, they kind of driving it down the field. They hadn't been as quick strike sometimes. They did have that long run that they got loose. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm just being as honest with you as I can. I'm impressed with both teams in a lot of ways, but I have been impressed most of all with the crowd and all the things that's took place tonight. I'm telling you, it's been a wonderful, wonderful night. And Blount County has showed up and showed out tonight, no doubt about it. Here comes the kickoff, a little squibber. Oh, a little bit better squibber this time. The problem was they kept him in the full sprint, and he'll get up across the 40 up to about the 44. I don't know if that's quite the one thing Locust Fork is lacking to me is kicking game. They just don't have that kicker that can boot it. Javier Hernandez could do that. Kicked it in the end zone as a 9th grader, an 8th grader, and he decided not to play. But I'm thankful for Bonella because he's had all his extra points. But one, he's looked good in doing it. But we got to get better on the kickoff. 1st and 10 Eagles. Their first possession, second half. Ball at the 45-yard line of the Eagles. They'll snap it and they'll fake it. And this time he'll do what he done in the first half. But the Hornets do a little bit better job. They're going to throw him for a little bit of a loss. But if JJ could hang on, he'd had about a 10-yard loss. It's going to end up being about a yard loss. And it'd be 2nd down and 11. But Locust Fork looked like they were a little bit more keying on that quarterback that time, Jeffrey.
Yeah, looked like zone read again. Locust Fork really brought both outside linebackers up the field. And again, I think we'd almost be better off, Coach, to kind of 2 yards and sit.
Yeah.
And we're almost running past him at times.
Yeah,
but again, give the quarterback credit. He's able to run through arm tackles, and the first guy not able to bring him down once tonight that I'm aware of.
He's a lot stronger runner than you'd think. He's tough.
And here comes a handoff to the running back this time, Gillan, and he's going to be met with authority, but he's going to get about a yard, maybe 2 yards. Good hard running. He's a hard-nosed kid. He is the guy on the junior high basketball team that took over. I mean, that's the one you remember him, Coach. And they won a county championship. I'm telling you, the Eagles have got great athletes. They've got young kids, just like Locust Fork's got. When they played in Pee Wee, it was always Locust Fork and Appalachian. In the junior high football basketball, they won it the last 2 years. 2 receivers split to either side. Curtis has showed up and showed out tonight. This time a high snap, a fumble, and then who's going to get on it? Hornets. Oh, that's going to be incomplete pass, I believe. It should have been. What are they going to call? It should have been an incomplete pass. It will be. They tried to kind of shuffle it a little bit, but they couldn't. But it'd bring up 4th down, so it worked out pretty good. If it's an incomplete pass, you got to go back over here, buddy, where your yard marker.
Line of scrimmage. Yeah.
So it's an incomplete pass. It looked like a fumble, kind of, but the way they do that now, that little short shuffle, they sent a guy in motion and they turned it over, but it was an incomplete pass. So a great job by the Hornet defense. A lot better that time than any time really the first half, I thought.
Yeah, really good job again in pursuit, getting upfield. And poor exchange with the incomplete pass, but nice 3 and out.
And almost a block punt. He might have got a piece of it. And you got to get out of the way. And the ball is going to go about 10 yards. It's a 10-yard punt that would be down at the 44-yard line of the Hornets. And the Hornets can really separate here with a score. And I think if you're the Hornets, that's what you want. They can put 40 on the board here with a score. The offense ain't been the problem.
No,
it's maybe the 2 turnovers. They have not stopped. Locust has not even looked like they're going to punt the ball tonight. They hadn't got the third down much.
Until this drive, probably.
Yeah, I just probably jinxed them right here.
Look at this.
We're going to go.
Here. Got bunch.
Got a little different look here. Got 4 receivers split to the right this time. One to the left. JJ's on. Is that JJ over? Whoever that is.
Yeah,
I don't know where with a short
Quarterback draw.
It ain't going to work. Worth a 2. Woo! Nice big tackle. I wish I could tell who that was.
Don't get our little quarterback the kill there.
He's got a cramp. Whoever made the tackle.
Tell you
I
what,
apologize, Appalachian. I love what we've done. I love that we both had a jersey, a commemorative jersey. But I'm gonna tell you, when we design a jersey next year, and I can honestly say I had nothing to do with the jersey except for putting the American flag on the front. I felt like we need to have American flag on the front. The only thing I will tell you is we got to do a better job of designing where you can see the numbers. They're beautiful. They look great. The kids love them, but I just cannot tell. I mean, they just look like they don't have a number.
You could put the tomorrow night's lottery winner number on the back of their jerseys. We wouldn't win a dime.
No, we wouldn't know. We would not know. Oh, man, no doubt about it.
Well,
It's 8:08 to go here in the third. 34-20. Got a guy with a cramp, but I think they got him off the field now. But I've been impressed with both teams' effort. There's not have been a question of effort by either team. Maybe not the best play at times by both teams, but I've seen a lot of effort, and I see a lot of athletes out here.
Well, I tell you what, if you're still trying to cover number 2, single coverage, you got problems, but
Well, here comes a snap. He'll roll to his right. He'll look, and he'll fire complete to JJ. Nice hit, though, by the defender. Can you read that right there? I believe that's the quarterback.
is that 11?
Is that 11?
I'm not sure.
No, that is Garrett Helms, I believe. I think it's number 1, isn't it?
Garrett Helms is a mighty good athlete. I wish
It's either 1 or 2.
we could really recognize these youngsters.
I think it's Garrett. I think it's Garrett. I don't know. I think it is.
Greg,
Garrett's a good player.
JJ Boatwright has improved so much in his ability to catch the football.
3rd down coming. Hornets going to run it. They got a 1st down and more. And this is the fastest kid on the team. And Dino is going to get leveled about the 10. Great tackle down there at deep in Eagle territory. But a great run by Dino. Dino is jigging and jiving and getting down that sideline. And he got about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35-yard pickup, 1st and 10. And we got timeout called. It looks like the Eagles are cramping pretty good right now. And that's not a good sign if you're the Eagles. He got him off the field, so they'll continue on. There is nobody on JJ right now.
Ooh. JJ really had a big night. That's a great run by Dylan Embry. And those 2 young men are sophomores and juniors.
Everybody's back on this offense for Locust Fork but 2. And that's about the same for them, though. 3 receivers split out to the left. They'll look. JJ. No, good defense this time. They're going to blow through there. And they almost get a turnover, but they're going to say that he's down.
I'll tell you what.
But a great defensive play. I wish I could tell. It looks like that's Gillan to me.
Greg, they are getting after it defensively. The Appalachian Eagles are a scrappy bunch. They just playing a team with a lot of speed, a lot of skill right now.
Well, the fight in both teams has been awfully well. The problem has been stopping the deuce a few times and the running back. And there's a fire complete and a pretty good tackle almost. He keeps dragging people inside the 10, down close to the 9. Let's see where they spotted. Is it the 10 or the 11? I can't. They kept pushing him. He got out of bounds. I believe it's the 9. But that's going to bring up 3rd down in about 7. So he got a lot of that loss back and gained 3 or 4 yards. But now 3rd and long. See the field shrinks right here, so it's kind of tough. I would imagine the Hornets should be going 2 plays here to get the 1st down though. Here's a big 3rd down for the Hornets. And we're going to get a timeout call.
Timeout.
Nope, that's going to be timeout by Coach.
Was it
we probably need a heat timeout. I hadn't seen them take heat timeouts. Why would they not take a heat timeout? Well, let's take it with them. 5:56 to go. It's 34-20. Hornets leading it, but it's 3rd down and 7 coming up. We'll be right back.
When the storms damage your roof, there's only one name you should trust: Royal Roof Contractors. With 30 years experience, Royal Roof can ease your mind with free inspections and free estimates to your home roof. No job is too big or too small. So next.
Okay, just do one back in about 10.
Give Royal Roof a
in 5.
For roof. That's 274-7663.
Welcome back as we have 5:56 to go in the 3rd. The Hornets leading it 34-20, and they're on the move inside the 10. Looks like the ball's about the 9-yard line. Hornets have led from the get-go. The Eagles have certainly given them a big fight as we welcome you back to the Toyota Team 1 Toyota broadcast booth. Here's a snap. Hornets going to take it. They're going to fire it complete. They'll cut back inside. Will Burgett, and he will score. Great design play and a great execution play by the quarterback and the receiver, the running back, and they'll score. 9-yard touchdown pass, and the Hornets extend their lead and could have their biggest lead with extra point, 20-point lead.
Yeah, went empty. 2 receivers to the far side, wide side, and Jonathan Burgett, the running back, just kind of threw the little short bubble. Jonathan did a really good job looking towards the outside, putting his foot in the ground and get it back up the seam, get in the end zone really untouched.
Well, here comes the extra point. The hold is good. The kick is horrible. It looked like a gale-forced hurricane wind blew that thing right into the elementary building. So the Hornets, they can't get over the 20 mark, but the last time they were up by 20 and everybody in green was just sitting around drinking Coca-Colas and eating popcorn, the old Eagles got up and slapped them right in the face and scored a couple touchdowns. But we'll see what happens here. But I will give credit to the Hornets. They have come out the second half and they have executed a 3-and-out on defense and 2 good drives. One was a kind of a quick drive. That was a little more I guess you could say methodical was my word. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a wonder. It is a wonder that I could even speak. I will tell you, of all the things that Greg Armstrong's ever been in charge of, I have led tremendous groups of lots of things, but I have never done anything that stressed me out more than what we did tonight. But I will say this, not because of me, but because of all that happened, it went flawlessly.
It was great.
Other than the kids and the Sanford band dropping like flies in the right, and there was 2 of them happened back to back, and it was just horrible. And you had to keep going because you had to start the game. I know.
Yeah, the show went on, and you had great response from the first responders and to help them.
I don't think that's where the Hornets want to kick it. They're kicking it right to the one they don't want to kick it to, and he's going to have a chance to run it back. And he's got one man to beat, but he can't beat him. And that was a good time tackle there. I won't say who that was. Who was that?
I think it may be Locust.
That was Matt Mitchell staying at home and doing a good job. They're going to give you good field position, Hornets are, because they don't kick it past the 50, but about 10, 15 yards at the most, and they're going to start right on the 50. This is a big possession for the Eagles. If they're going to get back in this football game, they got to do something right here. Can the Hornets shut the door? We'll see. 5:43 to play, 40-20. Two receivers split to the left, shotgun formation. They're going to run the quarterback. And the Hornets are
there
a whole lot better defensive wise than they were the first half. They have been some adjustments made, and they will hold him to no gain on the play. And it looked like a swarm of Hornets. I couldn't tell you who all they were, but there was a lot of them making tackles. And I believe that JJ might have been one of the first ones there, to be honest with you.
They moved JJ out here to a wide edge type linebacker, Greg, and he's doing a great job of not getting too far upfield, holding his ground and making tackles.
And we had all kind of moving. I believe that was on the Eagles.
Winnipeg and Calgary on that one. That's
in
Canada, Greg.
Illegal. I know. I want y'all to tell me where Columbia is.
Columbia, Alabama?
No, in
that's in
South Carolina.
No, not South Carolina. I'm talking about in the far country.
Oh, it's South America.
What is it? But it's Columbia. What's
Bogota?
Bogota. That's where the kicker is. I couldn't think of it. Bogota. All right. That's after the penalty. It'd be second down and 15. Here comes the snap. They're going to run the quarterback, and the Hornets are going to throw him down for a loss. I don't know what that was.
Well, neither. It
was my phone. My phone goes flying.
The Hope Diamond, and I found it, and
this is wanting some updates. So here comes the Eagles. They have not had much yardage here in the second half, as the Hornets have played a whole lot better defense. I tell you what I'd look for. I'd look for the big guy right here. He's been open all night long. Matt Mitchell's going to have to cover him here. Here's the snap. They're going to give him a little time, and he breaks a tackle, but not enough. And the Hornets are not going to give up a yard, and that is going to be a huge defense. Do you think that it looks like we're looking at a different defense? They've been some adjustments at halftime.
Dylan Hodges, great effort on that play.
Is that the quarterback down? We got an injury. It's a cramp. There's a lot of cramps. And I hadn't seen a Locust one have a cramp yet, but I've seen about 4 or 5 Eagles having. Hornets may have a little bit more depth than the Eagles. But a big fourth down coming.
That was Locust Fort. That's the missile.
Oh, it was a Hornets. That was the Navy guy, Mr. Coleman Williamson, going to be well, they both got on those gray pants. It looks like we got the whole uniform. It was the same because they got the gray helmets. Looks like got gray helmet, and there's a great catch by the punter, and that's his best punt of the game. And it will roll
Get out of the way. Get out of the
almost
way.
hit the guy trying to do some blocking. And he may get a penalty, but I don't know what they were trying to do. Coach Dutton, I'm right here beside you. You don't have to call me. Coach Dutton's calling me right now.
Am I?
Yeah.
How did that happen? I don't know how that happened. I'm so technologically advanced.
What was the penalties against Locust Fork or against Appalachian? I don't know why.
Stepping it off against Locust Fork. It looked like Landon may have hit one of the Appalachian players
in the back.
Yeah, had block in the back's what I would imagine. No, blocking the back.
That's right on it.
Well, and it really was no need.
Yeah, blocking the back on the ball we weren't going to return.
We wasn't going to return the ball. Nobody even around it. I guess he lost the ball. I don't know. But that was a great catch. I'm telling you, that ball almost went in the end zone on the other side, but he done a great job of catching it, did the punter. I would love to give him credit, but I don't know what number it is. Here comes the Hornets. 3 receivers to the left, one to the right, one to the left. They're going to take it. They're going to try to run a little bit. And the Hornets got some running room, but they slipped down after a short pickup, maybe 2, maybe 3 yards. Good defense that time by the Hornets. They looked like they had something cooking over here to the right side, but they didn't have they say they can't hear you, Coach, so you need to speak up. Get that microphone up to your mouth.
It's up there.
Now it is. You had it hanging low there for a while ago.
My wife can't hear me in Morris, Alabama.
That's one of the few times she's probably wanted to hear.
Boy,
Well, here we go. 2nd down and 7 after a gain of 3. Here comes the pressure. And then here comes Dino. And he will step up and let it fly. Got a man wide open. Inside the 30. Inside. And he goes out of bounds. I don't know why he went out of bounds, but we may have beyond the line of scrimmage right here. Let's see.
May have been, but I tell you what, that was a great throw.
He completed. Who did he complete it to? Was it?
I don't know who that was.
It's Charlie.
Was it Burgett, Armstrong? Who is this? Or limping with a cramp, it looks like.
Okay, so he was beyond the line of scrimmage. He really had a lot of room to run if he wanted to. So that will back it up to the game that you had on first down with a little extra. So it must have been, must have had about 4-yard gain. So it'd be second down and 11. Now what we got? We got timeout called by who? Got timeout called by the Eagles. It's 40-20. We'll take it with them. 2:51 to go in the third. We'll be right back to listen to Hits 95.3, 94.7 on WCRL.
Did you know that Terry Sly Chevrolet in Aniana is your Big Tex trailer headquarters?
What I've
We
seen.
have a huge inventory and they're all priced to move. Right now, own a new Big Tex 14 TL 20-foot trailer for only $89.95. A Big Tex 70 PI 16-foot trailer for only $39.95. Or a 70 CH 18-foot for only $42.50. We are your Big Tex headquarters. Shop and save today. Visit us on Highway 75.
N5.
TerrySlyChevy.com, where we always say, let's cut a deal.
Welcome back as we head to the last 2 minutes and 51 seconds of the third quarter. It's opening night in Blount County football. It has been an absolute gorgeous night. The weather has been perfect. The bands were great. The pregame was moving and beautiful. And the appreciate Aniana Fire Department, West Blount Fire Department. They made an arch and he had to drive through a flag to get into the stadium. And it was just absolutely beautiful. And we've had a pretty good game as well. Here's a big second down for the Hornets. They'll take it, complete it to JJ, and they're going to tackle him one of the few times that they've been able to get him. And I believe that was, see if you can tell who that is right there. Is that number? I can't tell. That's 5. That's number 5, isn't it?
No.
That's Caleb Kahn.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at the.
I guess it's 5. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. You're guessing.
I guess it's 5. I don't know if it is or not.
I cannot see a number.
I apologize. There's nothing I can do about this, guys. Now, big third down. First time Hornets had third down and long in the game. Here comes a big pass completion and a double pass. He got a man wide open and he catches it inside the 30, inside the 20. And Charlie Armstrong gets a big time catch. Finally, his daddy can say something good about him.
What a great throw and catch right there. Great play call.
About a 50-yard catch. If he'd had a little bit more speed, he might have scored. He scored last year, if you remember, on that double pass. Locust Fork has hurt them, and they run that double pass a lot, and it's worked really, really well for the Hornets. So a big first down on third down, and they don't punt that time. It was the closest they've come to punting this whole game. First and 10 for the Hornets. Ball at about the 25 of the Eagles. They'll drop back, gonna look to throw it again.
Wide open.
A wide open JJ Boatright touchdown Hornets.
Good.
And the deuce is loose all night long. A 26-yard touchdown pass. And the Hornets with their biggest lead of 46-20, a 26-point lead. I tell you right now, Locust Fork has got some weapons offensively.
Well, a little sit down and go again. JJ really sold it. Came out about a 4-yard sit down and then just free release outside. And again, nice throw. Put it up, gave him plenty of room to make the catch.
We got to have a WCRL player of the game. Who you going to get right now? There is another hurricane kick. I tell you right now, I don't know. I don't know what, and he's doing the best he can, but he looked great to begin with, but the last two, he's been a little hooked on it. It looked like some of my tee shots. Well, let's keep it here, Tim. The deuce is absolutely showing out. JJ Boatright has got to stay healthy. If he stays healthy, he, along with Landon Keith, Charlie, Dino, Burgett, Mitchell, I mean, that's 6 kids that have potential to make big plays on this offense. And, I mean, they got a lot of weapons. It's hard to guard them because when you got 6 people that can really do something with the ball, that's hard to guard.
I tell you, we got a quarterback that can run, got tremendous speed, got great touch with the pass. You got a weapon right there. And then you throw in these really good wide receivers, a running back that's got good speed, and Burgett. And like you said, Greg, that's hard to handle.
And the kickoff is going to get to, what a hit by who in the world? And you can't get up and do that.
No,
but that was Lopez, and he knocked the stuffings out of him. There wasn't no doubt about it. But he's going to get 15 yards for being a little bit over excited. I tell you, Lopez has made some big hits.
They actually called targeting on that.
I didn't think that was targeted.
I'm not sure that the hit on the ball carrier is the penalty. I think the penalty may have actually been away from the ball.
I don't know. It was a big time hit. It was a big time hit by Lopez, but it's going to be 1st and 10 Eagles. Locust Fork gives you a great opportunity to be good and start off in good position.
Yeah, it wasn't against Lopez because Billy was about to read him the riot act. When they told him what the penalty was, he sent him back in the game.
Oh,
so I think the penalty
must have been on somebody else. Well, here comes the Eagles. They're trying to get something going at the Hornet 45. They're going to pass it. A little double pass. No, he couldn't get it off. And I'm going to tell you something. This second half has been minus yards for the Eagles defense. They have been some adjustments at halftime, and the Hornets are tackling better. They're playing better.
Well,
they look like they're playing under control a little better.
The bullet.
The bullet making play. Mr. Coleman Williamson.
The future Navy SEAL there getting after it, making a big play. Tackle well in space, Greg.
Let me tell you something. He hadn't played since he was 8th grader.
But
he is as good a kid that ever walked the halls at Locust Fork High School. I'm just being, he's at my house all the time. He's driven. He's #1 in the class. He'll be the valedictorian. He made all kind of big time scores on ACT. Just a great kid. Here's a handoff right up the gut. This time they'll get a little yardage back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd down and 10 coming up. I tell you what, Mr. Braden Gillan is a heck of a running back.
It's a scrappy again, Greg. They're down 26, but
they're not quit.
They are a battling, scrapping, tough football team, and they're going to win some games.
There ain't no doubt in my mind that they can win some football games with the talent they have on offense. Here comes the Eagles. High snap. They got a running back wide open. Good play selection there.
Oh, God.
And he's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Eagles. And I would love to tell you who it was. That might have been. I don't know who it was.
That wasn't Garrett Helms, was it?
No, I don't think it was Garrett.
He was wide open.
He was wide open. No, it was a great play call.
Sure
Locust Fork really shot up the field. Just as we were bragging on their defense, they fall apart right there.
Well, to your point, I think it was a really good play call, well executed. Just kind of a little rollout, snuck the running back kind of in the soft spot of the defense, and then really good blocking downfield, corner and safety.
Here comes the extra point attempt. The kick is up and no good, and both kickers are looking.
They matched us.
They've matched both of the extra points by both teams. The last couple have not been too pretty. So we head with the last 26 seconds of the 3rd quarter. It is 46-26. Don't go anywhere. It was Garrett. So Garrett Helms making a big run. I thought that was Garrett when I saw the speed.
He's so athletic, and that speed that he turned on. It looked like he. I wish we could really talk about these Appalachian.
I do too. Well, Garrett Helms is a great athlete. I mean,
not kidding. He's one of the best in Blount County.
I can tell you right now, Sean Curtis is a real deal. I think that that Braden Gillan is a real deal. Garrett Helms, the real deal. I think Vic's the real deal. And I'm telling you, in 1A football, it's going to be hard to stop these kids. And they've got some pretty good linemen up front that's done some pretty good things as well. And I'm just telling you, don't go to sleep. This game ain't over. We've seen them already erase a 20-point lead and cut it to 7. And so the thing they got to do now is stop the Locust Fork. And Locust Fork has not been stopped tonight except for when they turn the ball over. Here comes a kickoff. A pretty good kick. They kicked the ball pretty good. They're going to get it to number 14, Landon Keith. He may have a little bit of room this time. He'll get across the 40
this.
and a stiff arm and a little howdy doody tooty fruity, and he cuts
What a-
back, and he's going to be finally brought down, but I believe it's going to come back.
What a great run, Greg. Across the field, back across the grain there.
I
It's
think
gonna
that's
be,
Dino.
unfortunately, a block or a hold, I guess.
Was it Dino?
I think that's Dino on the return.
Was it Dino?
Well,
Or
Here
is
with a white towel, number 4.
well, him and Landon look a lot alike.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I kind of know the Locust Fork kid is on the reading. It must have been against the Eagles.
Yeah, I think it was face mask out here on Dino.
I'd say so. A face mask. Oh, but that was Landon that returned it.
Good gracious, they
That
keep-
was Dino. Okay.
about,
So a face mask carries it all the way to the 30-yard line of the Eagles. I love this game, but whoever gets, if we do this again, we're gonna get uniforms. You can see the number.
yeah, you got it.
If I have to pay for it.
Well,
I want to thank all of our sponsors too in just a minute. We had a lot of sponsors. Here's a handoff right up the gut and a fumble. And the Hornets turn it right back over. Just like that. Are they going to say it was down? They said he was down. Okay. Ooh. Well, he still kind of had the ball.
yeah.
That was close right there.
Yeah, I'd say that may have been a break for the team in green.
And that was the end of the third quarter. Your score, 46-26. We got explosions going on. As far as offense is concerned, I thought Locust Fork had brought back the defense, but they gave up a long play. We're going to go for a break. You're listening to Hits 95.3, 94.7 on your FM dial.
Now is the time to get a great deal on select Kubota compact tractors. Rated #1 in durability and owner experience. They're designed for easy operation and feature performance-matched attachments. Right now, put 0 down and get 0% APR for up to 48 months, plus save up to $1,100. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Blount County Tractor, your local Kubota dealer, located just north of Walmart on Highway 75 North.
Tennessee Valley Metals is one of the leading manufacturers of aluminum extruded and roll form canopy systems in the Southeast. They assist in all elements related to design and engineering of a canopy system that'll fit most needs and budgets. Their canopy systems are fabricated using the highest quality components to ensure long life and durability. With over 40 years of experience, they are the #1 choice when it comes to canopy systems. Give them a call today at 205-274-9500. Tennessee Valley Metals is the proud supplier to
Okay, back in 5.
way cover needs. Tennessee Valley Metals would also like to wish all the Blount County teams good luck this season.
Welcome back. We had the fourth quarter. It's 46-26. Hornets got a second down and about 8 coming up. The ball at the Appalachian 34-yard line, and I think the Hornets dodged a bullet just a minute ago. They put it on the ground and got fortunate. Here comes another pass attempt. Oh, he's wide open. Wide open. Number 14, Mr. Landon Keith. Touchdown. Hornets. A 28-yard pitch and catch sophomore to sophomore. You'll hear that a lot more.
Yeah, just a little inside slot
yeah.
wheel route. And again, you really couldn't walk out and hand it to him in a better position than
that's-
Dino was able to put it out there. And again, nice route, nice execution. And still, you still got to catch it, Coach. How many times do you see those where you don't necessarily finish the play,
yeah.
but you had a nice job, Landon Keith. Boy, welcome back, Landon.
He has played well. I don't know who the MVP is going or the player of the game is going to be. 52-26, 11:54 to go. High snap. But the kick looked like a professional kick that time if it got through there. It is up and it is good. Plenty long. That looked like a kicker there. And the Hornets with their lead of 53-26. That's the biggest lead of the game, I believe.
They got to kick it again, Greg.
Are they? Well, Albert John Brown.
The legal procedure, I think, on green and white.
Well, we may have to do that. It may not be the biggest lead then.
26. It's not bad. Double them up.
26-point lead.
Greg is, I think, twice 26 is 52, right?
Yep.
Is that right, Jeffrey? You're the scholar.
You are the man, brother. I don't care if you are 102.
Oh, well, I'm getting closer.
That's how come he's good at math.
Here's a long extra point. And it's long enough, but I think it's left. And the old
Wide
hooker
left.
again. So extra points has not been good for either team. It's 52-26, 26-point lead for the Hornets. I almost got it 27. That matches their biggest lead. And we'll see what defense can happen here as we keep it here. It's been a fantastic night. We've had Steve Marshall has been broadcast with us tonight. I mean, he was just a wonderful guy. I'll just be honest with you. He was fantastic, and I certainly appreciate him joining us as he just, a lot of people in that position don't have time for you.
Yeah.
There was other people that were supposed to have been here tonight that didn't have time. He had time, and he made time. He spoke to everybody that was in that gym. And not only that, but he came here and broadcast the first quarter or so with us. And just a great guy. I mean, I'm just so impressed with him. And I think he's kind of what I feel like Blount County's all about. Here's a kick that might be the best kick. We'll see what happens here. They're looking to flip it around. Woo! Somebody got the howdy doody knocked out of them. But that's probably the best job by the Hornets tonight of defending the kickoff. Somebody from Appalachian got got the stuffings knocked out. Who was it? Was it Charlie? I couldn't tell, or was it Matt Mitchell? They look a lot alike.
I tell you, Mitchell is really coming. I don't know who it was, Greg. It's sad because these guys are making big plays, and you'd like to recognize them, both teams, especially the Eagles. I can't tell a number.
Well, here comes the Eagles, and they're going to throw it. And this time, the quarterback is going to be thrown down for a loss of a yard. Other than one play, really, the Hornets have played really good defense the second half.
Well, that time, a really good job defensively of concealing the blitz and then rotating the secondary. So I think that they really kind of changed his eyes at the snap of the ball. So really good, again, we talked about the play design offensive, but really good defensive design and the execution that time from Locust Fork.
Second down and 11 for the Eagles. Eagles, to me, have got a lot of guts to them. And they played well at times. They just hadn't played really good defensively. Here's a handoff and a fumble, but it's going to be recovered by the Eagles, but the Hornets are going to cause another loss on that play.
Some arm tackling out there, Greg, by the Locust Fork Hornets on that one.
But somebody did at the end. We had the hammer coming. I believe that was 030 again. That's Lopez. He's had a pretty good night.
He sure has. Made some big plays, big stops. Defense has improved second half.
Yeah. Third down and 11. It's a Thursday night. Got to get up and go to work tomorrow. Got to get up and go to school tomorrow. But somebody made a lot of money tonight. Now, I don't know how many of these people got in free, but there was a bunch of people here tonight. That's about as bad offsides as you may ever have.
I feel sorry for that youngster. I'm not mentioning his name.
Well, I don't know what number he is.
I could see it.
I think it's Dylan Hodges. I'll mention
I'm not
his name.
mentioning
It's Dylan. If you're gonna be offsides, that's the way you want to do it. It wasn't. You wasn't trying to hide it. That's the way you do it. Third down and 6 coming.
He's learning.
Yeah. You better guard some folks. I'm telling you, they got some lethal weapons. They're gonna fire it across the middle, and a heck of a catch and a heck of a hit by Dino. But I'm gonna tell you right now, what a play! Who did that? I believe that might be.
That wasn't Dino.
Was that Gary?
Dino?
Yeah, Dino. Is that? I cannot tell.
See, I can't tell 4 and 14.
That's a big third down conversion. Yep, that's a big third down completion. I mean, he got hit, and that's a good pitch and catch by the quarterback, Curtis. 1st and 10. Here comes the quarterback running it again. They're pursuing him a lot better. They have made some adjustments on the quarterback run this second half.
Who was that? That's a nice job.
That's the Deuce, wasn't it?
That was a Deuce.
I believe that's number 5.
5, Noah Hove. He's a new guy transferred here from Gardendale. Y'all remember Eddie Hove? That's his son. So that was the Deuce and Hove, and they're kin, I think. So,
really? I tell you, it was a really nice play by 5 and excellent job by JJ. Hove and JJ. Super job.
Uh-oh. It's like the quarterback's
see,
going down.
oh.
And he run out of his shoe that time. And look at who it was. The bullet.
The bullet.
The bullet is
Oh,
back.
Coleman Williamson coming through there. Man didn't even play football. And that is a huge loss.
Stanley Moss Saunter after the sack to work on his celebration dance.
Well, he was getting down funky chicken there for a minute. Oh, Coleman. You can't help but be proud of old Coleman. He's the kind of guy, I mean, you just don't see many kids like Coleman he got scholarships all over. He'd go to Auburn right now. But he's trying to get in Annapolis. And I hope he does, whatever he wants to be. Third down in a country mile with 8:28 to go. Hornets leading at 52-26. They're going to let her fly, and a little too much flight under that one. Pretty good coverage that time by the Hornets. I tell you what, Vic's a weapon. Vic is a weapon.
You're not kidding. Enjoy watching him play through the years basketball, Greg. He's a good athlete.
It's fourth and about, 22 or 3?
A marathon.
As the clock starts to tick, Hornets have scored every time they've had the ball the second half, and every time they haven't turned it over in the game. They've not punted tonight. There's a snap to maybe one of the best athletes. I think I'd get away from that and let it bounce. That's a pretty good punt.
Away.
I tell you what, the punter has had to make some great grabs.
I tell you, their snaps have been high all night on the offense, but excellent play and a nice punt right there.
I'll tell you one kid that's really, he reminds me of the kid at Cleveland last year, the linebacker that just wasn't very big, but he made all kind of plays. Coleman Strong. Now he's in the 1,200-pound club. I'm talking about in lifting, which is a pretty good club to be a part of. They're gonna leave him in on offense, aren't they? Is that him and Charlie back to back there?
I don't know.
I think we got a confusion.
We got JJ at running back now.
Do we?
Yeah.
He better hang on to it. He's trying to play some other
I don't
kids.
think we've got 11 out there.
He's trying to play some other kids, but I think some of them want some water. We're going to take a break. Hornets in control right now, 52-26. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to WCRL.
We had a guy
We all know it's important for your favorite team this fall. And to do this, you'll need a good, dependable car, truck, or SUV to get you to the game. Sure, there are a lot of places you can buy a vehicle. However, there's only a few hometown dealerships left with honest, local people who will be there for you when you need them the most. Just like you being there when your team needs you the most.
You want it back after this one or do another short one, depending on the
They're on
break?
the field. They're on the field.
All right, back in 15.
Year after year. Highway 75 North in Aniana, wishing all teams in Blount County
in 5
and safe seats. Thompson Motors, where friends send friends. Come see me, Keith Bender.
Welcome back. 1st and 10 for the Hornets. 2 receivers split to either side. A little new look here. J.J. Boatwright in the backfield. They're going to hand it to JJ. He's going to take it around the right side, break a tackle. And he's off and running. The deuce is loose. He gets his first down. He'll go out of bounds.
Good gosh, what speed.
Hell, he's so strong, and he has another gear. And when you're in the 4th quarter, you get to hand it to big number 2. That's a hard load. I ain't so sure I would save JJ.
Yeah, might be time to wrap him up.
Their couple backups is out tonight. They're sitting right here. 20, who ran all over Aniana last week. He's a 9th grader.
Yeah, he can't play for a while, can he?
1st and 10. Oh, a low snap, but the quarterback's going to keep it and get all he can get. And he about had his helmet took off and just keeps churning those feet. And he gets across the 45-yard line.
Greg, I tell you, you're seeing a much improved quarterback in Dylan Embry. Unbelievably improved from a year ago. Of course, he took a pounding, took a beating, hung in there all year, and he has made some strides. He's throwing the ball with a lot more accuracy, touch, and he's a tough runner with really good speed.
Yeah, Coach, I was going to say, other than the first drive in the long run, you really, if you didn't know Dino, you'd say he's a thrower.
Yeah.
The way he's played tonight. I mean,
that's a
tremendous amount of improvement in the passing game.
They're going to hand it right up the gut. They sent everybody on the blue team that time. and they'll bring JJ down for a little bit of a loss. It's about the only time JJ's lost anything. So that'll bring up third down. That might be the first punt of the game for the Hornets. Third and long. They're trying to let that clock run. There's 6 minutes and 34 seconds. What you don't want to do here is make a mistake. You got 26-point lead. There's less than 7 minutes to go in the game. You just don't want to turn the ball over. But I would imagine they're going to throw it right here. But I imagine they're going to bring the house. Maybe something short. Here's a snap. They'll roll to the right. He'll take it, look, fire it, complete. And a nice job. Who caught that ball?
Got hit hard. I think
That was Mitchell. But he will not have the first down. We're going to see our first punt. First time tonight that the Hornets have had to punt the ball. They're going to go for it. 4th down and 5. I may not have a punter. Dino's the punter.
He's not a
that
bad
area where if
punter.
you get him to jump.
That might be what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
They have jumped a couple of times. Letting the clock run. Got 12 seconds on the play clock. That gets you under 6 minutes. And they'll probably work it all the way down and call timeout, try to get a good snap off. So they'll call timeout. We'll take it with them. Hornets 52, Appalachian 26. You're listening to WCRL. We'll be right back.
Dr. Rachel Osborne is a 1993 graduate of Locust Fork High School. She credits her alma mater for helping shape her life as a young person. Rachel was a high school cheerleader for Locust Fork and would like to encourage all of the young people at Locust Fork to follow their dreams because you can do all things with God if you put your mind to it. Locust Fork Dentistry would like to wish the Hornets
in 5
4th cheer. Once a Hornet, always a Hornet. Go Big Green.
Welcome back. 5:29 to go. Something that hadn't happened all night's fixing to happen, and that's the Hornets going to punt. There's some Panthers in the house. I see a bunch of
I
Panthers here
saw
tonight.
several of them walking around there, Greg.
I think I saw some Bulldogs, some Panthers. I saw some Redskins.
We're not in punt
Well,
formation.
we're trying to
yet.
bring them off sides again. They might back up. No, they're going to throw it. I'm shocked. You better get up the field. He fumbled it, but the Hornets got on it, I believe.
Good,
Come back to that spot, I would imagine.
Yeah. It's going to be close, isn't it? If it.
He got the first down. So first down, Hornets. So they won't punt. So 1st and 10 for the Hornets after a pickup of about 10, 15 yards. And they'll take out the senior. So right now you got everybody out there but Coleman Williamson. He's a senior. I think they're just letting him play. I think I'd take him out. He's been pretty good on defense now.
Might be taking a lot of those other ones out now.
Yeah.
With 4 minutes. Good
Yeah.
gracious.
And that's the first time. Locust Fork had struggled in the, I guess you could say the preseason type stuff that they do. They had struggled with jumping off sides.
Well, I'm really surprised. And again, Locust Fork moved, but the linebacker had ran from 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage to even with the line of scrimmage when they moved. So I'm a little surprised that when it gets Locust Fork, but probably no worse for the wear here.
So timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. 4:53 to go. We may not ever get this second half. 52-26. We'll be right back.
Whether you're needing service or installation of that new or your current commercial or residential garage door, give Post and Overhead Doors a call. For over 30 years, Post and Overhead Doors has been there to help in Blount County. Call Post and Overhead Doors today, 205-680.
This is in short, in 5.
205-680-1877.
Keep going, Tim.
Okay, hold on.
All right, welcome back, folks, as we head to the last 4:53 of the ball game. Hornets have been in control. They've dominated the second half. They have given up one play to the Eagles as Garrett Helms got loose. But other than that, the Hornets have done a good job. Oh, they're going to great read by the quarterback. Inside the 40, inside the 30, just don't block nobody, and he will take it to the house. And Dino will go 50 yards, and he is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Nice run by the
Great
Hornets.
run.
A really good job of the mesh read, coach. Just waited till 3 of them tackled JJ,
Tackled the
and then
whole
he
team tackled
pulled it
JJ.
and was off to the races.
I tell you, the guy's a really good quarterback.
Well, 58-26. That may do it, folks. As the Hornets have really made some adjustments this second half.
Be finding the pine for some guys, Greg.
The extra point is no good.
That'd be
unbelievable.
See, somebody's on the ground there. Is he all right? Is that Charlie?
Yeah, Locust Fork gonna have to get a cutoff for the snap.
Yeah,
after that, we need a relay on that one. Then
I just don't want somebody to get run over.
well, we're gonna get another shot at it.
Let's see what they do. We've had some penalties, folks. What happened was I think that there's a little early, and here comes the extra point from the 15. We just need to take our time and kick it. This has not been pretty tonight. Their snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick looks like my tee shot. And I don't know what we got going over here on the left, but it wasn't pretty. Little chicken fight going on.
Extra.
I tell you what, them extra points can cost you football
Yeah,
games.
it sure can.
And Locust Fork's missed how many? 5?
All of them but 2, I think.
I think they hit. Well, they had one and they jumped off sides, but they started off like they had Van Tiffin out there. But both teams have not punted or kicked the extra point worth 15 cents tonight. I would imagine you're fixing to see some new faces for the Hornets. And there's 4:41 to go. Hornets going to win this football game, bar a major miracle. And I think that I love the start by Locust Fork as a Locust Fork guy. I love the start by Locust Fork. I thought once they got that big lead, they kind of let up a little bit. But a lot of that had to do with number 11 and number 30 and number 1 who got showing out, and Vic showing out. I'm telling you, Appalachian, I think that Locust Fork had a little more depth tonight. And it kind of showed. That's the best kick of the game. Gets all the way to the 25-yard line. Here comes a return. I'd love to give him credit, but a nice stop
really
that time
nice
by
time.
Burgett.
Burgett.
I can tell Burgett. Locust Fork, you can see their jerseys. You just can't see Appalachian's jerseys because theirs is lighter than that gray. I tried to get them to put blue numbers on there, and they wouldn't let me. Some of them didn't want it. I think they would listen to me now. That was the only thing that went wrong tonight from everything from the festivities is the numbers on his jersey. And I want to give Dave Gerlot a lot of credit. He's the one that came up with this idea, the Booster Club meeting. They had done it in Pennsylvania. And I just took it and ran, and I just appreciate everybody showing up. And it was a great crowd, and it was wonderful. And these kids have played awfully hard. Oh, what a great job by Gillan. Hornets had him corralled, and it was like Olay, the bullfight.
Well,
I tell you what, they got some kids that's putting forth a lot of effort out there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something, folks. Appalachian's got some pretty good talent. They got some pretty good talent. They better hurry up and get off the field. They're gonna get a penalty. Checking in, is that number 7?
7, yeah.
Ethan Adams. He's a young kid. He is checking in. I don't know who this is. They got all kind of boxes and
I think
headphones.
he's with the officials.
They doing some big time officiating. Here comes the quarterback. He's been lethal all night, and a great job by Landon Keith to come up in the missile to do both. They're going to be some sore kids. They've been some hits. The best hit of the night, though, was by Lopez to me.
Yeah, that was a big time contact.
Yeah. But I'm seeing some classiness now.
I don't know. Landon Keith.
Yeah,
he
Landon
brought
Keith
it
had
one
pretty
time.
good too. There was 2 good hits. That's right. That's the one when Steve Marshall was here. A lot of new folks coming in for the Hornets.
Some new people, which is really good. Great idea.
3:14 to go. Hornets cruising right now. And no quit in these Eagles. They're going to throw it. Got a man wide open, and he caught it. Some of those new guys forgot to cover somebody.
It's all right, though. They're going to get some good experience here, and you don't take a chance on any of your first-line guys getting hurt when you're up 22.
And more than 22.
32. The East Lake addition came through there.
Well, a wholesale substitutions now by the Hornets, and that's good to see. I don't think I see maybe one starter. Even the front line's different. They probably could score here if they wanted to. They got a miss. Look at that mismatch over on the left side.
Oh, man. See y'all.
Oh, my 45-yard touchdown pass to the big guy, Mr. Vick. Touchdown, Eagles.
Nice throw and catch.
They couldn't have put a shorter guy on Vick.
About a foot.
Good for them. Good pitch and catch. That's going to be a lethal weapon all year long. And that makes the score 58-32. Might have been against the backups, but it was still pretty.
Nice throw and a real good catch. The quarterback's not bad.
No, I'm telling you, they got some weapons. There's a snap and another debacle as an extra point attempt. I got news for you. We got work to do on extra points, both teams.
Yeah, both kickers have extra practice after these.
I was going to say,
oh, man.
You got tomorrow. I might get them out there by themselves.
Way I'm going to do the post game, Tim, we're going to have to present a trophy. I'm going to have one of you let me call you. I'm going to call you, and you just talk, and you'll be able to hear me, and I'll hear you. I better call you.
Yeah, why don't you call?
I'm calling Jeffrey.
Call Jeffrey.
You are you talking about?
Jeffrey's a lot younger.
I'm going to call them.
Them. Okay.
Don't call me.
I'm going to tell you right now that
I've got caller ID, Greg. I'll know when you call.
I think the Hornets are going to make another 16,000 gate from what I'm seeing with my text message here.
Good gracious alive.
You made over $30,000 in 2 games. That's pretty good. One of them was a jamboree. There was more people here tonight, though. A lot more people. There's a kickoff. Oh, you got to tackle somebody. Here comes the Hornets. Uh-oh. Here comes Burgett. He's got a wall over here. If he get by him, he's still dancing and prancing. He gets across all the way to the 50. A pretty good collision at midfield. And so you have your starters in on the return, but I think you're going to have some subs in here on the with the 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go. They're going to try to get some subs in here. And they do have all kind of subs in there.
Charlie Armstrong.
Is Charlie at quarterback?
I think that's number 3.
Well, he didn't have any snaps going into the spring last week, but now he's hit because the backups over here on the sideline. And Burgett's the other backup, and they don't want to put him in there. But at least he had a half the practice. He'll just take it and hand it off, and he will, right up the gut. Nice running. I have no idea who the running back is. I've never seen anything where I couldn't hardly call a game. Let's see what not. Can you see the number? Locust Force, you can see a little bit.
Is it 25?
25. That's old Rooker.
Yeah,
the Rooker back, Isaiah Rooker.
Yeah, Rooker played some last week.
Yeah.
Jamboree.
So you would normally have the 9th grader who really ran well against Oneonta. But now you got another 9th grader. He's gotten all kinds of experience. 1:46 to play. I think Locust Fork showed what I thought they were going to be good at. They're going to be good offense. They got weapons galore. Appalachian, I'm telling you, they got weapons on offense too. They got to shore up their defense. They hadn't stopped Locust Fork tonight. And there is a bad debacle. There's a snap went on the other side of the quarterback, and he'll have to fall on it.
Is that redundant, Jeffrey? A bad debacle? Or is that just a debacle?
That's a double whammy. That's a howdy doody tooty fruity. Good Lord have mercy.
Okay,
we got every kind of body. We got all kind of people in the game.
People.
They're letting the clock run. They got a minute to go in the game. There's 23 seconds on the play clock. Billy's saying, stop. Let the clock run. We can get out of this game, not have to give it back to nobody, not have to punt all night. You just don't want to turn it over. You want to end it good. 58-32. I see both teams coming out of here with a chance to have some good seasons. Here's a handoff right up the middle to Rooker. Rooker. Boy, he runs it hard.
Good
That's 3
gracious.
or 4 yards on that carry, and that'll get you out of the game. That's going to do it. The final score unless they call timeout, is going to be Locust Fork 58, Appalachian 32, and they'll let the clock run, and we'll take a break. And Tim, you're going to have to listen to Jeffrey. He'll tell you when to come back. So final score 58-32. We're going to go present the trophy. You're listening to WCRL. Hornets win it. We'll be right back.
S&S Foods is your locally owned grocery store with 3 locations. We offer a wide variety of groceries, a full-service meat department,
Battle for the blue
dairy,
line.
frozen, and deli departments. Plus, Western Union money transfers and money orders are also available. Wednesdays, check out our weekly ad on Facebook. S&S Foods, locally owned and operated with 3 locations to serve you better. Holly Pond, Park City, and Cleveland. S&S Foods.
Don't forget, fans, stick around.
When there's work to do, ground to break, earth to move, and a reputation to uphold, you need the durable Kubota RTVX. Built with half-ton capabilities, industry-exclusive heavy-duty features, and a cargo bed that easily transitions into a second row of seating. The RTVX is North America's #1 selling utility. Visit your local Kubota dealer and test drive one today. Go to KubotaUSA.com for a full display.
Blount County Tractor, your local Kubota dealer, located just north of Walmart on Highway 75 North.
The lot is full, and they're priced to sell at All American in Aniana. Check out the new 2020 Ford F-150 XLT, Edge, Expedition XLT, or a Jeep Cherokee. How about a Ram 1500 or Jeep Wrangler? They're all priced to sell at All American Ford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram on the 4-lane in Aniana.
Hello, my name is Randy Cater, and I'm the pastor of Locust Fork Baptist Church. I would love to invite you to worship with us. We have small group Bible study for all ages at 9 a.m. on Sundays, followed with worship at 10. On Wednesday nights, we have supper before service and adult Bible study at 6:30. If there's one thing I'm proud of, it is the love our church has for children and students. Over the past 15 years, I have watched our church invest so much into the lives of young people. I am also a product of that investment. In a world struggling for truth, it is vital we put ourselves in the best position to hear real truth. I want to encourage you and challenge you to walk with the Lord, but don't walk.
Okay, but is he ready?
Locust Fork
He
Baptist.
just called me.
Whether you're needing.
Okay.
He's what he's gonna do.
Remember, we got that script, so hang in.
Yeah, what page are we on?
Maybe for military uniforms can go for Navy
All right,
white.
go ahead and bring it to him.
Hold on, in 5.
Go to the
But,
Locust Fork Hornets.
And Greg is down on the field presenting the trophy to Locust Fork. So I think that's going to do it for us tonight. Again, great opening night of football in Blount County. Coach Locust Fork with a victory. Again, kind of an offensive show tonight at Locust Fork between the Hornets and Appalachian. Locust Fork wins it with a final of 58-32. Again, Greg down on the field. Coach, any last thoughts tonight before we kick it back to Tim at the station?
Just unbelievably wonderful night, a great event here to honor the first responders. Greg did a tremendous job organizing, getting this thing done and well organized. It went very, very well. A terrific night, and I think both teams showed some offense. Locust Fork has got some really talented, skilled players, Jeffrey, and keep them healthy, and they can have a lot of fun this year.
Yeah, again, great opening night, great night for first responders, great atmosphere here at Locust Fork. Again, I think we probably have Aniana and Cleveland tomorrow night. We don't have a final or an updated score for Cleveland and Hayden tonight, but again, great job for the athletic department here at Locust Fork, and again, having the Sanford band up, we appreciate all their help, and just a great night overnight of opening night of football in Blount County.
Jeffrey, you there?
Greg's trying to talk to you, I think.
I think we're on live.
You're still on because I didn't understand if you were really through.
Jeffrey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me on? Just
Yes.
stick that thing under your earpiece. All right, here we go.
Yes.
Yes,
All right,
you're
I'm
on
gonna
radio.
I'm gonna interview Coach Adams if I can find him. As they play the alma mater, I got Coach Adams, first ever battle for the blue line game, and I know what this stood for tonight meant a lot to everybody. I want you just to say first of all, what that means to you, and then what it means winning the ball game.
Oh, first of all, I think you got to go back to, not the ball game, but what tonight represented, honoring the guys gave us a reason to come out here and play. For our guys to come out here and be able to play this game, it takes a lot of sacrifice from a lot of people. That's what the night's about. I told our kids, this is a ball game. Tomorrow you're going to wake up somewhere right now, wherever it happens to be in this country, there's going to be some veteran over there giving their life for you that's not going to wake up in the morning. Somebody's not going to tell their family they're not never coming home again. So at the end of the night, it's just a ball game. We're very grateful to win the ball game. Very happy. We played hard, I thought. But at the end of the night, what it was about was those veterans and those first responders we honored, and that's what it was really all about tonight.
Well, I thought your teams both played well. I thought they gave a lot of fight. They got down early and they fought back and never quit. But I thought y'all did a lot better job defensively the second half, where you made some defensive adjustments, and I thought that made a difference. I didn't think you tackled well the first half, and they never did really stop you much in any part of the game unless you fumbled the ball. But I thought the biggest difference second half was what you made defensively.
Yeah, we told our kids at halftime the two things we needed to do. Number one, we wouldn't line up quite right on defense a few times. Coach Mason and Coach Ing did an excellent job, and Coach Smiley of getting that adjusted with the kids. And I told them when halftime on offense, I said, guys, we ain't punting. I mean, they hadn't done anything to stop us. It's all us shooting ourselves in the foot. And I thought in the second half, our guys took that to heart. I challenged them a little bit at halftime. Okay, let's go out and correct that stuff in the second half. And I thought they responded well. And, for that, we couldn't be happier.
Well, go get your picture made. They're going to get the battle for the blue line picture made. I'm going to get an interview with the MVP of the game. I'm gonna give it to two people. We're gonna have co-MVPs tonight. We're gonna have a MVP going to JJ Boatwright and Dino Embry. So big win for the Hornets. They get a big victory tonight as they knock off the Eagles, and I'll interview them in just a second. So I can hear you, Jeff. If you'll put your phone up to your ear under your headset, I'll be able to hear y'all as y'all talk and just kind of go over. I don't know if they gave you the stats yet or not. They hadn't give you the stats yet. So I thought if you had them, you could look at them. But they're gonna get some pictures made. But I want to try to get an interview with JJ and Dino and Coleman Williamson and a few of them too before we go. So they're going to give you the stats. I think if you got them, y'all can do those. But if you'll put that phone up to your ear, and I'll be able to hear you, Jeffrey. So put the phone up to your ear under your headset, and I'll be able to hear you and communicate with you. All right, go ahead with the stats. You able to get the stats, guys? Do the stats right now.
Give the stats, Jeffrey, if you have them. He's thinking you can hear him on his phone. If you
All
have.
right, so I'm just now kind of getting the stats in front of me, making sure I can kind of read those. Looks like total offense tonight: Appalachian 350 yards, Locust Fork 599 yards. Total number of plays: Appalachian 48 and Locust Fork 42. In the passing game, Appalachian had 217 yards to Locust Fork's 333. Appalachian was 10 for 14, while Locust Fork coach was 7 for 18. That's I can do that math. That's a pretty good percentage there. 17 of 18 in the passing game. Yards per pass for Appalachian was 21, and for Locust Fork 20. So very efficient in the passing game. Yards rushing for Appalachian 133, Locust Fork 256. Appalachian on 34 attempts and Locust Fork on 24 attempts. Receiving yards tonight, 217 for Appalachian, 233. And looking for turnovers, looked like each team had one fumble. Appalachian with 2 interceptions. Locust Fork had 20 first downs to Appalachian's 14. Looking for individual stats. So you had Appalachian, Sean Curtis, 3 for 3 in the passing game. 51 yards. That's receiving, and one touchdown. Evan Williams, 166 yards and 3 TDs. Dylan Embry was 15 of 16 for 228 yards. Landon Keith was 1 for 1, 55 yards, and Jonathan Burgett was 1 for 1 with 50 yards.
What was the total? Can y'all hear me up there?
Yes.
Can you hear me, Coach?
Yes.
Okay. What was the total yards for JJ and the total yards receiving and passing for Dino? I'd like to hear those if you can add those up real quick. I don't know if you can or not, but I'd like to see what those rose.
Greg, they're doing it
You got
right now.
those?
Yeah.
As they add those up, I will say this. I hope you're able to hear me on the radio. I'm going to do if Coach Adams will quit talking, I will try to interview these kids. It's the player of the game. Player of the game is Dino and JJ tonight, and we'll want to talk to them in just a second. So when y'all add those up, go ahead if you got them. Jeffrey.
Yeah, JJ Boatwright, he had 8 receptions for 185 yards, an average of 23 yards per catch, and 4 TDs. You had Landon Keith had 3 receptions, 25 yards, 2 touchdowns. Dino Embry, he was 8 for had 8 attempts, 134 yards, and 2 TDs.
All right, pretty good yardage. What'd you find on Dino? Throwing and catching.
Passing yards for Dino, he was 15 of 16, 228 yards, and 6 TDs. Rushing, he had 8 attempts for 134 yards and 2 TDs.
So he had was over 300. How much is that?
Combined for Dino, he ended up with 364 yards.
364 yards total offense for Dino. He's our MVP, and JJ, both co-MVPs tonight. Talk about what it was like to play this game, and the atmosphere. It was unbelievable, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. It's packed, man. Our team was ready, the O-line was ready, the receivers were ready. I'm just happy we did that W.
And I thought that second half, I thought y'all played a lot better defensively all night long. I thought all of you played very good offensively. Had a couple of turnovers you certainly can clean up. But a great start. Hornets go 1-0, and it was in front of a huge crowd on a very meaningful night. So congratulations to WCRL players of the game, J.J. Boatwright and Dino Embry. So, J.J., you had some injuries last year. We're going to keep you healthy this year. Talk about what it means to win this game and talk about the game in general.
Sir, first, I just like to thank God, my Lord and Savior. He gives me the ability to play. Last year it was hard for me getting injured, and it's just watching them play, it was too hard just to watch, and I missed the game, and I just didn't have that spark. But once I touched the field this year, it was a different ball game for me, and just this game means a lot for our veterans and just everybody else. We played for them, but we also played for us. But it's bigger than us. Sometimes it was just this game meant so much to us, and I just hope we can redo it every year. Yes, sir.
All right, now a guy that didn't play last year but made a lot of noise tonight, Landon Keith. First of all, how are you glad you're playing football?
Oh, I'm glad to be back. I'm real glad to be back.
Well, it had to be exciting playing in front of a huge crowd. This was a big time crowd and a lot of people that mean a lot to our country.
It was amazing, It's for our veterans. They just come out here and play their hearts out.
You did a good job. Congratulations, Landon Keith. And now the missile, I called you out there. I thought you had made a lot of big plays. You're going to have to work on your celebration a little bit. Jeffrey made fun of your celebration a little bit, but I thought you had a great game. You hadn't played in several years. First of all, you're going to go into the military. What did it mean having all those military guys here, first of all, and then talk about what it meant to be back out playing football?
It was really awesome to see a bunch of, a huge gathering of military people. A lot of service members, we wouldn't be out here without them, and we're just playing a game, but they're not. They're out risking their lives for our freedom, and so that meant a lot. Being out here playing football, obviously, this was everything going on was huge, but we also had to come out here and complete a job. We also had a job to do, and we did that. The first half was a little bit slow for our defense, so this kind of started out as a shootout, but second half we did really well up until we put the subs in. We still only had like 2 touchdowns scored on us in the second half, but up until we put the subs in, it was only the touchdown. So,
talk about you going into the military. I know that's a big time thing you want to do. Where are you at on that right now?
Oh, I still want to go. It's my passion. I'm going no matter what. I love it. I love talking to those guys being here and watching me, and it meant a lot to me. And I obviously wanted to perform for them. Some of those guys I've been talking to. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, congratulations. I think that everybody in Green's glad to see you back playing football. I think you're probably glad you're playing football. And it was a big win for the Hornets. And congratulations as one of the few seniors on this team.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Go Hornets.
Well, all right. Well, guys, I can do the post game here. We'll close it down. You've had the stats. You had the final score. Locust Fort's going to get their first win of the year. It was a great night to be a Blount County. It was a great night to be an American. I appreciate the Sanford band. I appreciate all the volunteer fire departments, all the sheriff departments, the 911, EMA, ambulance people, the nurses. I appreciate all the special guests. Steve Marshall was fabulous tonight. I thought it was awesome seeing him, and he did a great job helping us broadcast, just a humble guy. It was a great night to be here. Fireworks capped it off at the end. I can't tell you, my heart's full. I see a lot of improvement needs to be done by Locust Fort, but I think they got time to do that. And I see a lot of improvement that Appalachian can do, but I see a lot of potential out of Appalachian. I thought their kids never quit. I think they got some tremendous athletes. I think Locust Fort might have been a little bit deeper tonight, and that might have been the difference in it. But I appreciate you guys filling in for me. Appreciate Tim. Appreciate Robbie, all of our sponsors. And I appreciate everybody that helped perform this, put this on tonight. I want to thank our sponsors real quick. I want to thank People's Bank, Hometown Bank. I want to thank Jeff Tawana Hallmark. I want to thank the Hicks for their donation. I want to thank Miss Fox for donating the trophy tonight. I want to thank all the different ones who contributed, didn't want their name put on the card over there that I'm trying to read that I can't read. But I think I got everybody. Jeff Tawana Hallmark, Consolidated Pipe. I think I got everybody now, but I just appreciate all the sponsors. Appreciate everybody had a part of this. It was a great night. I know Locust Fort might have won, but I think we're all winners for getting to play the game. And we don't play the game without the people that was on this field tonight who make a tremendous sacrifice to make us all free. And I'm thankful to be from Blount County, and I'm also thankful to be an American. And with that, final thoughts, Coach Dutton, we'll go with you first.
Greg, I thought it was a terrific night, not just for football, but it was a very almost make you cry night to see those older soldiers that have served so valiantly for this wonderful country. Then you see the first responders in terms of policemen, paramedics, firemen, and you see a terrific football game, especially offensively. Well played. Just a wonderful night to be an American, to be in the state of Alabama, and to celebrate the freedoms and then watch these teenagers get out and perform at a high level. Just a lot of fun and a lot of hard work on your part, a lot of stress, but I know you probably feel like it was well worth it, and we sure enjoyed it.
Well, I appreciate you, Coach. Jeffrey, your final thoughts.
Well, I think you said you and Coach have talked about the kind of the pregame, the atmosphere around it. I think it was one just kind of a fun high school football game. Once we got down to the football itself, both teams, I think, again, for an opening week, played well. Both are probably heavily weighted in the skill areas. And as you mentioned earlier, if both of them can stay healthy, can do a lot of damage offensively with a little bit of improvement defensively. Who knows, potentially both of them will playoff teams within their respective regions and classifications. But fun night for football. And again, off to a great start, 2022.
No doubt about it. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate Tim. Tim, I'm still on the field, so I'm going to kick it back to you. Read off the final score, because I'm going to be honest with you, they cut the scoreboard off, and I believe the final, what was the final score? 58-20, no, 30. I think it was 58-32. 58-32, I think was the final.
Yeah,
and
58-32.
Hornets come out on top, and appreciate all of our listeners. Tomorrow night, you'll have the Blount County Kickoff Classic, the number 8 team in the state of Alabama in Class 4A, the number 10 team in Class 2A, and the Cleveland Panthers. Both of them play for the state championship. And A big time matchup tomorrow night. Be live on WCRL. Don't miss that. And that's going to do it for us. Say goodnight, Coach Down. Coach Dutton.
Thank you very much. Good night.
Say goodnight, Jeffrey.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you next time on WCRL.